The Peanut Butter Falcon is a 2019 indie film. It's a comedy drama directed and written by Tyler Nilson and Michael Schwartz, starring Shia Labeouf, Dakota Johnson, John Hux, Bruce Dern, Zack Gottsagen, John Bernthal, and Thomas Haden Church. I was definitely looking forward to this film since the first trailer. It has that really good vibe, a good feeling type of film, and I like the support in the film. So definitely I was really looking forward to it. Now, in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to let you know if this film is good or not. So stay tuned. They're good. The best part of this film, first and foremost, is the cast. Shia LaBeouf, I've always enjoyed his acting since he was on Even Stevens. He's a great actor with a great potential. Through all the years, he's been doing great movies, and he's, I would say, a bit misunderstood and hated by some, but make no mistake, he is a good actor, and definitely he shines in this film, and the portrayal of his character, Tyler, who is a fisherman. But the center of the film, in this case, is Zack Gottsagen, who actually plays himself in the film. It's a young man who has Down syndrome, and he's very charming. He's the heart of the film. He's very lovable, he's caring, he's funny and witty, and definitely he is the character that you fall in love from the beginning. And of course, Dakota Johnson, I think she's masterful in this portrayal. She's great. She is Eleanor. Eleanor is the caregiver of Zack, and definitely all this interaction, these are misfits coming together, and I really enjoyed that. And of course, Thomas Haden Church, who plays a wrestler, he's definitely good, he's funny, and definitely there is a lot of charm in this film, and of course all that starts with the cast. But what is to have a good cast if you don't have a good story? And definitely this movie has a great story. Zack, who is in this case in a pretty much nursing home because no one can care for him. He has no family, so he is there. He has these dreams that he wants to become a wrestler, and he has this wrestler that he admires and he loves to watch the tape. He is in this case saltwater redneck. That's the name of the wrestler. He wants to meet him at his wrestling school, so he escapes the nursing home. Of course, Eleanor, that is in charge, has to follow him and chase him, but along the way he meets, of course, Shia LaBeouf, and they come together. They come with different circumstances, and definitely they make things work. The story is a modern take of a Mark Twain story, and I really love that part of the story. It really deals with a lot of emotional aspects. There is a lot that has been said in this story. It deals with loss, with pain, with grief, finding a family, friendship, finding purpose. It does have a lot of those themes in the story, and it makes it's a timeless story because of it. I really enjoy that. The story, it's fun, and it is, there's a lot of funny moments, but also there's a lot of heartfelt situations. Another thing that I personally enjoy about this film is the cinematography. Everything has been shot in coastal Georgia, which is not far from here. I'm in coastal South Carolina, so we're pretty much at the border right there. So the places that this was shot, it's just pretty much a couple miles away. So it is so familiar, and it's so close to me that it really feels like it's home, and the environment is very familiar to me. I love this place. I love the area. I love the landscape. I love the sea. I love the marsh, and all of that is portrayed here, and the cinematography is beautiful. It is a beautiful film. It's a beautiful summer film that really has a lot of heart and really portrays the beauty of this area, and they did a fantastic job in really showcasing the beauty and also the natural habitat, but also the people of the area. And definitely that's a great part. I love with these films, they concentrate. You see a lot of films, good feel films that is all about the big city. You see the big city environment and the life of the city. But this is more, closer to the people where I live. Of course, we have cities here as well, but it's closer to the people, and definitely feels that it's closer. It really showcases and portrays people as they are, with hearts, with also flaws, with pain, with struggles, with grief, and that's something that is very natural. The bad. Now it's time to talk about the bad. Well, first I would say maybe this is just a nitpick in my part. I feel that there's, even though this film has a good feeling and you might think that this is a family film, there's a couple elements that are not necessarily not good for children. Some of the language and some of the things that are said and some of the subjects that are dealt here, they're not necessarily for children. So definitely this is not, I would say, a family film unless you have older kids. And definitely they can understand it better, they can enjoy it better, but this is more adult oriented, and you have to keep that in mind. I wouldn't say that that's a bad thing, but it's something to keep in mind, which to me it's a little kind of sad, because definitely this is a film that if they would have kind of changed some of that and give her a little more friendly or family vibe to the film, then this will be a great film for the whole family and definitely will be more successful in the box office. But besides that I would say is more like a nitpick. Some people might not care much about it, and it doesn't really affect the story in itself. I think the biggest disappointment for me is that I feel that the film had so much potential in some instances to be more than just what it was, you know, to be a more powerful voice in those messages that it's trying to convey. And in those areas, you can see the story is about people that are coming together and they're grieving, they're in pain. Each one of them, from Dakota Johnson, from Shia LaBeouf, from Zack, they all have pain. They all have struggles. They want to believe in themselves. They want to deal with their own personal pain. They want to technically change the world, but they don't know how. And all of them coming together, there's so many opportunities in the film to really bring the message home and make this a very powerful film. And you feel that the film is gonna take to those moments, but unfortunately it's like it kind of falls in the last minute. Like it feels like it falls flat of really conveying the message in a more powerful way. So it makes the film enjoyable. The film is not preachy. I'm not trying to say that the film needs to be preachy to be good. The film is good, but there are moments that I feel that the film could have been more, or the message could have been more powerful, and could have even touch you even more, because it really touched me. But there are times when I feel that you didn't go all the way in. So definitely that's a disappointment. In conclusion, I highly recommend the Peanut Butter Falcon. It is not your average film. It is a film that feels good, but really touch you in the right place. It does have a lot of moments. There's a lot of different messages here. And it's it's a human story. And I really enjoy human stories. It's a modern Huckleberry Finn story with a lot of heart, a lot of charm. The acting is good. The message is good. The funny moments are good. The cinematography is good. Yes, there are things that I would prefer for them to be better. In this case, really nailing the story in a more concise, powerful way. Perhaps some of the language is, shouldn't be there if you want to really approach a family, especially small kids. But everything else is good. It's a great story with a lot of heart. There's a lot of events that happen in this story that are hard to believe and a little too exaggerated. But it is just what it is. It's not trying to be a biography. It's trying to be a story about people, and their struggles and also their victories. They might seem small, but in the end, they're victories. And I feel that that's the biggest triumph of this film, to be a human story with a lot of heart and a lot of content. So if I had to give this a final score, I would say it's a 7.5 out of 10. Which in my book, it means is very good. So yes, I highly recommend it. It took a little while for this film to get into my local theater. I was waiting for it. It seems that, of course, they try to put all their films first, the big films, the big budget films. But definitely this is a film that it deserves to be supported. And this type of indie films, we need more of those. So I'm really happy with it, and I highly recommend it. If you have watched it, let me know how you feel. Do you share my score? Do you feel that it deserves more, deserves less? Are you planning to watch, or are you waiting until it comes out on digital, Blu-ray, or DVD? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, thanks for watching. God bless, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.